What's up, everybody? It's your boy Squidgrow, bringing you guys another YouTube video on Bonk. Let's go into some of the things that we have seen as of very recent, because while the volume has dropped down a bit, we are seeing that the volume ratio for Bonk to USDT has stayed really solid. And also we're seeing the price hold solid. I remember yesterday talking about how we could see Bonk going up, but because of the recent selling, or the selling that was happening prior to, that it might be hard, and that we might actually be seeing some sell-off action. And we did see some sell-off action, but we did not drop down low. We did not break. The lowest that we hit was 401358. We did not get to 4012 or 4011, and that's a positive to take away, especially knowing where Bonk could have moved with everything that has been going on. It's also worth noting that the sell-off that we're seeing we can see that there's another sell-off going on within the last 15 minutes. And for the last 30 minutes, still a sell-off. For the last hour, still a sell-off. For the last 2 hours, still a sell-off. For the last 4 hours, it's been positive. So there's the positive to take away. And for the last day, it's been extremely positive. That's how we have a day of trading of 106 billion in positive inflow as of yesterday. So today it'll be interesting, especially seeing, hey, we're not seeing the best inflow as of 2 hours ago. And for the last 15 to 30 minutes, it's been strong selling action. There has not been any large buys in the last 15 minutes. And for the last 30 minutes, there has been some large buys, but the large sales actually dang near double that of the large buys. And the medium sells double that of the medium buys. So yeah, it's not looking so pretty. So it leads me to think that there can be some continued selling action going on. And we could see Bonk get back to that low point of 401358. If you want to swing and trade that, then hey, that's what this information is for. If you are holding long term, that information is not really that important to you. You might care more so for how it's been looking for the last 24 hours. And you can see that there's been a lot of large buys within the last 24 hours. There's also been a lot of medium buys in the last 24 hours, and a lot of small sales, a plethora of small buys. I meant to say small buys. And it's leading us to a net inflow that's really like breaking even. But nonetheless, it is a negative net inflow of negative 5.61 billion tokens. I want to go over to SolScan where we can get the holder count and see, hey, is Bonk still holding in holders? Or is Bonk still holding in holders? That's crazy. Is Bonk still gaining holders? I guess we still want to hold the holders, but we also want to gain some holders too, and that we have. As of yesterday, or on March 23rd of 2025, Bonk was at 915,478 holders, and now it's at 915,986 holders. Yesterday, on March 24th, we finalized the number of 915,877 holders, and now we have grown a good bit, and hopefully we can continue that momentum into the rest of this day and get to 916,000 holders. I would love for us to get to 1 million holders before the end of, let's say, June. I want to see us try to reach 1 million holders by June, and I think that is possible. I think Bonk will host events that will push for people at least looking at Bonk and what they have to offer. Speaking of what Bonk is doing as of right now, it is not much, but it is enough, right? Because obviously when you grow 2,283 holders in one day, not one day, in 7 days, there needs to be an expectation of 1 million holders soon. But we're not doing the events that would push for that specifically, because we've held events that were like, yo, we are looking for holders, yo, we are looking for more people to use our applications. And that's what I want to see for Bonk in the near future. I want to see Bonk host another event outside of March Madness, host another event where people are in a way not obligated, but they are enticed to use the applications and the integrations that Bonk has in its ecosystem, so that we can truly improve the amount of integration, the amount of not integration. It's also it's a word for when the market and people are embracing the adoption of Bonk applications as well, and not just looking at it for as a price tag on a cryptocurrency. And things that do affect the price of the cryptocurrency is the current circulating supply and also the total supply. And we can see that the burn has increased a lot in the last 24 hours. Great, great, great. We love to see this. $7,800 of Bonk was burnt as of yesterday, and that was 580 million tokens burnt from the total supply, leading to the total burnt from Bonk bot being 643.6 billion tokens, which all accumulates to $8.71 million burnt in the lifetime of Bonk bot. So speaking of applications and speaking of things that can affect the price, the Bonk bot is doing its thing. And then the max supply is still at its relative 88.87 trillion token mark, and the circulating supply is at 77.98. It's basically going to be at 98 tomorrow. And when you look at this highlighted number, all it needs is 2 billion added to it, and it's going to go up to 77.98 trillion tokens in circulating supply. That's going to negatively affect the price, and we also have to keep in mind that this is a massive this is a massive growth in the circulating supply since the last time we've watched it. Or not since the last time we watched it, but since the beginning we've been watching it. Back when it was at 76.95 trillion, when it did that 2 trillion or 2 billion, they burned a lot of tokens. 2 trillion tokens was burned. And at that time, there was 76.95 trillion tokens in the circulating supply. Now we have grown a whole trillion in that circulating supply. I thank you guys all for watching today's video. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you know when I upload. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I hope to see you at the next one. Peace.